The streets will never love you back.
Ain't that so true? Well, guys, today I got Lewisburg Part 5. Okay, my days in Lewisburg as a young man. I still consider myself a young man, you know. But so yeah, I'm going to talk about today the relationships I made in Lewisburg. Now, you know, when you go to prison, okay, you become friendly with certain characters of people, okay, and of course they're all criminals. And some of those people you have a lot of things in common with, you know, maybe you have certain goals. You know, some people like to rob banks, some people like to rob diamonds, some people like to sell drugs, you know, and some people like to murder. So there's an old saying, you tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you what you do. And that's so true. So if you see a guy like Matty Madonna, you know, Matty Madonna is a drug dealer all his life. You know, anyone that he socializes with is probably a murderer or a drug dealer, you know. So, you know, me, when I was a kid growing up, my particular crimes was burglaries, bank robberies. Yeah, a couple pot spots I had here and there. You know, we used to rob drug dealers and grab their beepers and take over their business and things like that, strong arm them, and protection. That's basically what we did when we were kids, you know. And if I made money on the street, a couple of those dollars I passed on to a wise guy. But if I robbed a bank and I did a score, that money stayed with me. I never passed any of that money on. But going back to Lewisburg Penitentiary, you know, making friends with Matty Madonna and Frankie Lastorino was there. You know, Frankie Lastorino was a big shot in the Lucchese crime family. He ended up getting 15 years, I think, or 22 years, but it was a global plea, and they all did very well for a plea deal. All of them copped out. I think it was the famous 22 or famous 23, Mike DeSantis, everybody. You know, so I was very close with Mike DeSantis. You know, Mike DeSantis is a wise guy uncle. His brother Frankie married my mother's sister Carol. And so I was close with Mikey D. Mikey D was always a fair guy, good guy. And whenever someone saw me in prison, for example, Frankie Lastorino, someone who knew Mikey D, and I was with Frankie Lastorino in Otisville too, he would say, Jimmy, how's Mikey doing? You know, I'm sure them two were in contact through letters and things like that. But, you know, I was always in contact with Mikey, whether I sending him a letter, he would send letters to my mother's house. I would send letters to his mother's house and stuff like that. But we were always in contact. So I remember walking the track with Frankie Lastorino one time in Lewisburg, and he's giving me a wise guy, you know, talk, telling me, you know, Jimmy, someday I see you becoming one of us. And, you know, never volunteer for anything. He said, that was my mistake in life. I always volunteered, meaning him committing murders for other people, like him volunteering, saying, yeah, don't worry, I'll take care of it. And he's one of the guys that told me never volunteer in life. But he gave me a good talk about the life and telling me, you know, be careful. It's a treacherous life. Your own friends are the guys who are going to come and kill you. Like, he gave me a whole lowdown of how this life was, Frankie Lastorino, you know. And so, but these are the discussions I had with these wise guys over there. You know, when I was away in '93, obviously everyone knows that they killed my best friend, Paulie Galino. So I was looking to get away from them. So once I got to Lewisburg and I established a great relationship with Matty Madonna, I sat down with Matty Madonna and I told him what I was looking to do. I told Matty, I said, listen, Matty, this is what's going on, okay? You know, I ran around out there. I told him I was involved in some things. I didn't tell him in particular. I told him, but think of the worst, you know. And he said, well, you know what? You got to be careful. He says, you know, I explained to him about Paulie G. Paulie G is my good friend. You know, they killed my best friend. He said, Jimmy, when I get home, I'll take care of it. Now, Matty Madonna was very close with Vicar Musso. You know, Vicar Musso was the boss of the Lucchese crime family. You know, so I was aligning myself with the Lucchese's now, because when Matty Madonna went home, okay, and I met him, we went to go see Sparrow and Joe Benanti, and that's when they released me. And now I was with the Lucchese family. But I'm getting very far ahead. I'm just giving you an idea of how you become friendly with these people and you align them. You align yourself with them and they could help you. And in return, you know what? They're going to be looking for your favor someday too. But, you know, you become very friendly with these people and they're very family. You know, they're part of your family in prison. And even Jimmy Gallo, you know, let me throw up one photo. There's a photo up there that I took of in Lewisburg Penitentiary. That's a famous photo. In this photo is 1 minute, guys. In this photo is, you see me in the blue filet outfit? Okay. So behind me is Frankie Lastorino with his hand on my shoulder. Next to Frankie Lastorino is Joe Gambino. Next to Joe Gambino is Richard Brady. And next to Richard Brady with the black stripe in the back is Vic from Chicago. Okay, so that's me in the blue feline. Next to me is Patty Della Russo. Patty Della Russo was also a wise guy in the Lucchese crime family. Next to Patty Della Russo is Michael Sessa. He was a wise guy with the Colombos. And next to Michael Sessa is Nick the Greek. Okay, so these are the people that I was friendly with. These are the people I aligned myself with. There's other photos I have with Matty Madonna. There's also a photo floating around, if I find it. Ciccolini from Philadelphia is in the photo of me, Matty, and a couple other guys. But there's a lot of photos that I have from Lewisburg. Here's another photo. That's me, Joe Gambino, Richard Brady in the middle, Paulie, and Michael Sessa. That was at another time. Here's another photo. In this photo is Michael Perna. He's standing next to me. Joe Leak is in this photo. Philly Vesta is in this photo. Patty Della Russo, Frank Pontillo, and the kid Richie is at the end with me and a couple other guys. But, you know, these guys are the guys that I became friendly with and I got to know. And I was looking to get away from my friends. Once they killed Paulie G, my friends were no longer my friends. That's the way I roll. Okay. It's either, you know what? Now I can't trust you no more. Okay. It's either I have to kill you or you're going to kill me. That's just the way that life is. So I rather love you from a distance and, you know what, be far away from you because I can't trust you no more. And I was never one to kill my friends. I kill for my friends. That's how I was back then. You know, but my thing was I used to like to make money. So during this time in Lewisburg, I made a lot of friendships. Eventually, Matty Madonna goes home. I'm in contact with him through letters. I call him every so often. He's at the Big Geyser in Williamsburg. When I get home, I go meet him. We went to go see Sparrow Joe Benanti. They released me. Now I was on record with Matty Madonna with the Lucchese's. And that's why I became friendly with all these Lucchese guys. You know, I used to write letters to Joey Zappola. Patty Della Russo I was very friendly with all these Lucchese guys. So throughout the course of doing this time, I always made a program. My program was early in the morning, I go to breakfast in the mess hall. After I go to breakfast, I drop off my clothes downstairs in the laundry room. You put your clothes in a net and you just drop them off. I had this guy that would come also every so often pick up my clothes. And at the end of the week or end of the month, I would give him a couple things from commissary, maybe $50 in commissary, things like that, you know. But that's how you work in prison. You know, people don't have things, but you have guys out there that are hustling. They'll come pick out your laundry. They'll come with a back in the bag. Everything's folded. Everything smells nice. This is how prison is. So also, I used to have a workout program. I used to walk the track, work out with certain guys, and this is how I made my time go by. Once I got my GED, what I did was then I started taking courses from Indiana University, okay, and correspondence courses. I was doing that for a little while. Then what happened was the people from the outside were mad that the prisoners were getting free college. At that time, they were giving free college to federal inmates. And then the people from the outside were mad, and then it stopped because they were complaining that their children and their people had to pay for it and we didn't. But these are the things that went on inside prison, So this is part 5 of Lewisburg Chronicles. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just to give you a little part of, the people I met, and I was also aligning myself with certain guys for when I hit the street, because I knew when I went home, that life was still in me. I was getting ready to get married. Big story back then. Gene Gotti actually got me the hall in Queens, in Howard Beach, and then I got picked up. But that's later on, the end of the story. So listen, guys, everyone, have a great Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed this. And you know what? I'll be coming on doing a quick part 6 also. With that said, I love you guys. Have a great day. And listen, be kind to people. Listen, every day, what I do is I try to be a better person. Okay? I open up a book, I read a passage, and I pray, and I give thanks to God up above for what he has done in my life, because I'm surrounded by a lot of good people and very blessed. I truly am. But I'm looking forward to going and see Chaz soon. I'm going to be seeing Chaz on stage doing the one-man show. I recommend his show. I didn't see it yet, but I know he's awesome. And that's what I'm looking forward to do soon. But this week is my birthday. I'm going to be 53, November 6th, and I accept gifts. I'm just saying. Okay, guys? I love you guys. Everyone, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, guys.
21.
The streets will never love you back.
Or you're 23.